Yeah.
All right. So are the Zambians? Are they cool? They're cool, isn't it? Zambians.
Zambians, they come from they mix with some Hamite, but majority of them are from Israel.
Are you a Bantu?
Yeah, he's a Bantu.
Yeah, I'm Bambo.
Yeah, you're a Bantu, yeah? So alright, so look, bro, the knowledge that we get, yeah, because not all the Zimbabweans are like us, alright? There's a difference. Alright, give me Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. Alright?
Hey, yo, like, no disrespect, but I don't believe in that.
I know you don't believe in it, but that's why we're here to rebuke you, man, and tell you that you need to stop.
Rebuke me.
Yeah, that's love.
Correct.
No,
Rebuke
I
you
don't
is
really
to show you
appreciate you telling everyone,
Bro, you should be able to appreciate it.
No.
Because if you're not going to believe in this book, you are a devil worshipper. Devil just means to be a deceiver, you know that, right? In the English. It's an English word, right? Do you know your English?
Look here, this book right here, I don't fucking like it. You know why?
You don't.
Because the reason why is because that book here, right there,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, was used to like basically just brainwash black folk.
Okay.
And just to basically enslave them, make them submissive.
Alright.
That's why I can't fuck with that book at all.
I hear you, bro. But look, you see how we're being humble, yeah? You see what, bro? You know the reason why we're being humble? Because, bro, I don't like anyone that don't like this book. You get it? But what it is, bro, it's not your fault. You get it? So what it is, you know, like, we don't like anyone that likes to deal with Gothic devil worship. But we're not gonna like get on that level with you. We want to give you a level of understanding, okay? And if this Bible can open up your eyes, if it can open up your eyes, right? Would you give it a 4? Like a 4?
No, because I used to go to church.
But we're not dealing with the Christian philosophies. We're not religious. That's why we asked you what's your nationality. Alright? And Zambia, alright? Where did Zambia come about? Because Zambia is an African country, right?
Yeah.
There's how many different countries in Africa? Do you get it? Alright? But with the Most High, he gives 18 different nations. Alright?
Yeah.
There's not like the nations of Zambia, the nations of Uganda, the nation of the Zimbabwe, the nation of South Africa. You get it? Like, that's all mad. Yeah? There's either the nation of Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And through them are created different tribes. Alright? Alright? And this, whether you like it or not, alright, this is in the philosophies of the Zimbabweans, bro. They believe in the same philosophies, bro. Even the Egyptians believe in the same philosophies, bro. Alright? Yeah. So now, what we got here, alright, we come out of the bloodline of Shem. And through Shem comes, alright, Abraham. Alright? Through this brother here. Alright?
Yeah.
Now through this brother here, alright, he has created a child called Isaac. Alright, Abraham. And through Isaac, alright, he has 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. Alright? He has 2 sons called Jacob and Esau. Now this is going way back onto our ancestors. That's why we said, who are you according to your ancestors, bro? You get it? Your ancestors are not going to be called, what did you say? What did you call yourself when you first? Alternative. Our ancestors are not called the alternatives, bro. They have got no alternative but to keep the commandments of God. That's the only alternative they have. Yeah, they do. Because remember, if you don't keep the alternative of the Most High, you're keeping the alternative of the devil. It's either you're on one side, you need to choose one. Do you get it? Are you on the alternative with God? With God?
Like, I'm not even believing any of that shit.
Psalms. Alright, so look, what we're going to do, we're going to give you understanding, right? Psalms chapter 14. Proverbs chapter 13 and 13. We need to get this out, bro. We need to show you love, bro. Alright? Yeah, read.
This is the book of Psalms chapter 14 and verse 1. The fool say in his heart, there is no God.
Bro, only a fool will say that there's not a God that created the stars, the moon, the trees. We created that, a bang. Only a fool would know. Or someone that is wise would know. You know what a wise man is, isn't it? He understands, right?
Yeah.
They are corrupt. They have done abominable work.
An abomination means something that is contrary to God. Like, do you eat swine? Do you eat pork?
I used to, but I'm not really.
Let's give the right around. Alright? That's good. That's a good thing. Alright? But there's other things like you calling yourself, alright, an alternative, that's an abomination, brother. Alright?
I don't think so.
We'll find out. Give me Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. All right, we'll find out.
Oh wait, is all your belief basically just based on this book?
All our belief is understanding the tribulations that we've gone through that's led us here.
What I'm saying is, I think that's been like edited like how many times?
All right, bro, but if I told you to read this, can you read this?
No.
All right, I can. So I understand the true edit, the way it's come from. You understand? I know the source of this. If it's been diluted, I can take out the water and just drink the source. Because I understand what it's written in. You get it? And that's what I'm here to teach the brothers, man. The brother's been listening all day. All right? He knows that his name isn't just called Israel. His name is called Yasha Allah. Yasha means prince, Allah means God. Power. All right? Read this, bro.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against men or beasts, that may know how the Lord do put a difference between the Ethiopians, the Egyptians, and Israel.
There's a difference between the Hamites, okay, the people that are Zimbabwean, all right, and the where are you from? Zambia. All right. There's difference between different Zambians. There's some Zambians that look like the Egyptians, all right, Somalians and stuff. Then there's some Zambians that look like
They call it Nilotic.
the Nilotic people. All right, you know them, yeah? There's different Zambians. There's the Bantu Zambians, and then there's the Hamite Zambians. All right, you can actually see the spirit itself bears witness that you're our brother, because you've got the same Nazarite oath. This is the law of the Nazarites. Do you get it?
That's right.
Give me that in Romans chapter 2 and verse 14. Because you don't even know what it is. There's a spirit that's on you that holds righteousness, but we have to make it shine to let you understand why it's on you. If you're just walking around thinking you're just, what do you call yourself again? An alternative. Like that's not there's no nation of alternatives in the Bible, okay?
I am.
That's not who you are. Word that you're not an alternative, bro. You need to stop saying that. Get that off you. Alright, you gotta get that off you, man.
This is the book of Romans chapter 2 and verse 14. For when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things concerning and containing in the law, these have not the law, are a law unto themselves.
Because when you go to the book of Numbers chapter 6, you're keeping the law of you're keeping the oath of the Nazarites.
This book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 5, says, all the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor.
They shall what?
There shall no razor come upon his head until the days be fulfilled in the which he separated himself unto the Lord Yahweh.
Start from verse 1.
Verse 1, it reads, and the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel.
All right, bro. The children of Israel. You're a child of Israel. Only the Israelites that can keep this. This ain't for the alternatives. These are for Israelites. You are keeping a fashion that is, like it says, you have knowledge of the law, all right, but you're a Gentile minded. Because our people, they want to be who they want to be. But God hasn't told you to be anything, just an alternative. God has told you that you are chosen, that you're special, and you're above all people on the face of the
I've
earth.
been letting you speak. But
Bro, before you speak, I just want to read your law that is in the Bible. Okay. Let me read it. That's Numbers chapter 6, verse 5. It says, and all the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head until the days be fulfilled in the which he separated himself unto the Lord Yahweh. He shall be holy.
He shall be what?
He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of his head grow.
Okay, we're gonna let you talk, bro. Just this one. What? You shall be holy, yeah?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people.
Above who?
Above all people.
An alternative.
Above all people.
Oh, my dad was an alternative.
Above all people.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Bro, we as a people, as a nation, bro, are special. We're not segregated just for you and just for you. Oh, you're the Jamaicans, you're the Bajans, you're the Zambians, you're the Ghanaians, you're the Nigerians. We're not separated. We are one people. Like they are the Caucasians, We are the Israelites, the holy ones. Alright? What do you want to say?
Okay, so all I'm saying is this.
Talk loud, man.
Yeah, I've been to like lots of churches and stuff as well. And I've been to lots of places and stuff and whatnot too. Yeah, I've been told all these verses and stuff, but not anything unfamiliar to me and whatnot. But it's just like I said, I've done my own research, and like I just don't agree with that. That's
So you knew about the Nazarites. You knew about that. The locks on our head is for the Israelites. Did you know that?
Yeah, but also I just like
No,
baffled.
bro. Did
also,
you know that? Did you know that?
Did I know that?
Did you know that you're keeping the law of the Israelites?
I don't know about the Nazarites, but in general.
You didn't know that this was the Israelites' fashion. This is what the Israelites look like. That's their hairstyle.
Oh, I don't know, but like I said, I'll be honest with you.
So, bro, you can't say that you knew this.
Wait. Let me speak.
But did you just say that you knew this already?
Look, like, I don't like. Truth be told, I don't really care about the book.
Bro, but did you just say you knew this already?
Look, yeah, but like.
But you don't know this already, bro.
No, but let me speak. All I'm saying
but
is,
wait. If you're gonna speak truth.
I am speaking truth. I am
But
speaking
did you
my
know?
truth.
So did you know this already? You didn't. You just said you didn't.
No, but all I'm saying is, I don't like. I know, but I just don't care about it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, bro. I'm up here to tell you you should care about it because it's got prophecies in here. Do you know what's gonna happen to this place?
No.
Do you know what's gonna happen to this place that you're trying to hold on to?
What?
It's gonna be destroyed, bro. All right, by thermal, nuclear destruction, bro. So don't go around thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be alright, I don't care about this book. In that day, you're gonna look around and say, where are them guys that were trying to tell me how to be saved? You know there's a famine right now in the supermarkets. There's lack of food. Where'd you buy your things from? Where'd you buy your clothes from?
Just different places.
From your enemies, man. You buy it from the so-called white man, the Caucasians, man. And if he wants to stop selling things and stop doing these stock markets, you're gonna be there going to where? What? Back to home? What plane? Whose ticket you're gonna need? Who's got money? Whose face is on the money? Is it your people? No. It's the enemy, the one that put our people in captivity, man. And you're here trying to say I don't care.
I know you're talking about captivity, but I'm just kind of baffled because my whole thing is, wasn't this book used to capture people and stuff?
No. Why? We're gonna read it. So give me the book, alright?
But you can't use the book that they use to capture people.
Yes, we can.
It doesn't make sense.
No, but we can use it. Because he's giving it to us to understand.
Use the he though.
The Most High.
Was it really the Most High?
Yes.
Do you have proof it was the Most High that actually?
Yes, we do have proof it was the Most High. Yes, we do.
What's that?
Bro.
Exodus.
Let's get some findings, man. Let's get some findings that the Most High is real. Give me Psalms chapter 111. Psalms 105. Psalms 105. Yeah.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 105 and verse 1. Oh, give thanks unto Yahweh, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people. Sing unto him, sing psalms unto him, talk ye of all his wondrous works. Glory ye in his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek Yahweh.
So look, we're going to talk of his glorious works. Alright? Who formed the sky?
How was it that?
How is there a God? You don't know how there's a God. But you're telling us how we're going to use the Bible to know there's a God. You go to Genesis chapter 1, it tells you how the sky was formed. That's how we know this Bible is true. Who formed the birds to chirp in the morning? Who formed the cockle to cock-a-doodle-doo to wake you up in the morning?
I don't know. And you might not know either.
What do you mean I don't know? I just told you. If you go to Genesis chapter 1, it tells you the day he created the beasts and the creepy crawly things, man.
The Quran could even say the same thing, but
The
there's
what?
something different. The Quran.
The Quran bigs up the Bible. It says if you lack anything, turn to the Torah and read it. The Quran is not against the Bible.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 31, verse 18. And he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communion with him upon Mount Sinai, 2 tables of testimony, tables of stones, written with the fingers of God.
So now, we might not say, oh Moses, that was a story in the fairy tale. It's a fairy tale book, bro. Do you know that they've found, the archaeologists have found in the Red Sea the chariots of Pharaoh, where you know the story of Egypt, where they had to go chase Moses into the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Did you know that they found the chariots that they were riding in the Red Sea?
No,
Didn't know that. So look, there's things that we have to go study for ourselves to find out why. Come on, man. Look at us. We all come from the roads. We look like we're not we used to be naughty people, man. Don't want to keep exalting this, but this is serious.
They found the bones of the giants.
Yeah, bro. Remember, we look like some guys you can just slap in the face with a Bible and we're just gonna start reading. You think we didn't care about? We cared about the Bible before? We was rude boys on the blocks, man. I used to do some drug dealings and strippiness on the roads, man. Alright? Holding guns and stuff, man. You weren't on man's levels, man, when it comes to being the chief sinner. I was a bigger sinner than you. You understand? Your sins are minute compared to the sins that I've done. I'm not trying to boast about sinning, but bro, I'm telling you, I can look at you in the eyes and know you're a soft soul. You're a soft soul compared to the brothers, man. Like, come on, man. What we've come from is some rugged roads, man. I'm looking at warriors up here, man. Because they've changed themselves and now they are meek and humble and we're willing to put our lives on the line for our brothers, man. Bro, do you know how much people and how much nations don't like us just because we're trying to wake you up, bro? We're on enemy lines right here, man. Yeah? But we're going to stand up strong to tell our people that what you're doing is a madness, bro.
So, my whole thing is, it's not even just that, but it's when I walk past, all of a sudden, just like I'm but like, yeah, I'm some devil worshipper or whatnot, yeah, you don't even know me, and you just kind of judge me off rip. That's the one thing I don't get is like, why do Christians have to come with the whole
man, everyone that don't fear God is the Antichrist, man. Alright? Everyone get me that is it John chapter 4. First John, I think it's First John chapter 4. Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 29. A man may be known by his look.
Alright,
and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
Yeah, so what it's saying is we're gonna know someone by the way they look. Alright? It might be harsh, but it's like you're gonna know if a man's wearing woman's clothing, you're gonna know that he's a bit of a feminine, innit?
Yeah.
He's a fruity guy, innit?
Yeah, but
If a guy's got a dog chain around his neck with a skull on it, come on, man. We're gonna know that his attire is a bit weird, isn't it? Like you like your rocky stuff and stuff. You said it as well. You do. You like your rocky things, isn't it? So we know that's the sort of fashion that you wear. We've been told to wear the fashion of fringes and borders of blue, man. So this is the fashion that we hold. All right. So this is how you're gonna know that this guy's an Israelite. All right. Right. And we know that if you hold the fashion of wearing locks on your head, that's the fashion given to the Israelites, man. So we say, you don't know that you're an Israelite, but you're keeping the laws that is embedded in your DNA of the Bantus to show you that you're God's chosen people, man. The Antichrist. Yeah, man. Well, what it is, anybody that don't keep the commandments, yeah, is known. Yeah, is it chapter 4, verse 3? All right, yeah.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 4 and verse 3. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Mashiach is come in the flesh, and he is not of God, this is the spirit of the Antichrist.
So, bro, if anyone doesn't admit that the Messiah died and rose again on the third day, is the Antichrist, man. That's just how it is. We call you the Antichrist because you called yourself the Antichrist, basically.
Against Christ.
No, I don't.
Do you believe in the Bible?
At one point, but I don't believe it.
So you are the Antichrist.
Against.
Look, it might sound harsh. Oh, he's the devil, he's the Antichrist. Devil just means deceiver. Antichrist means you're just not you just don't care about the Messiah.
You're against it.
You're against God.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, don't get semantical in the words, like. And it is that deep. You should hold that Antichrist is a bad thing. You should hold on to that. Because it says, a fool has said in his heart, there is no God. And you do abominations. God is coming to slay abominations. We need to get some fire precepts, man. Bring me everything to do with fire. Anything to do with fire. Give me 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 8. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 8.
Malachi chapter 4 verse 1. It says, for behold, Malachi chapter 4 verse 1, for behold the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Oh, it's going to be cool and icy.
That shall burn as an oven.
Oh, it's going to be a merry-go-round.
That shall burn as an oven.
No, the Bible is talking about prophecy. The reason why we believe in this book is because the Most High says that we are the Israelites. Do you think people that want to put you in slavery and tell you that this Bible...
said you guys want to put me in slavery.
No, but you see the people you said that put us in... See the people you said that put us in slavery, right? You said that, why are we going to use this book when this book was used to put us in captivity, right? Because they were reading it against themselves. It's talking about us putting them into captivity, you know? So they were turning it round because they know this book is for us. Because who can have locks? Who can have their hair in locks? The Nazarites. And who does that fit? Who has woolly hair? So this ain't their book. Why am I not gonna read my own book? Because our people don't like to read. They like to listen to music all day, man. And party, man. They need to start reading. Stop watching the movies, man. Alright? Because the movies will tell you that Moses is a so-called white man. Alright? When Moses, he put his hand in his bosom and it came out white, like snow. When he put it back in, it turned back his original flesh. Give me that in Exodus chapter... Yeah, there you go. Exodus chapter 4 verse 6. Alright, read that thing.
It says, Malachi chapter 4 verse 1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Shall burn as an oven.
And all the proud, yea, all they that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Shall be what?
Shall be stubble.
Look, if you do wickedness and you're the Antichrist, you're going to be stubble, man.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Alright, yeah, man. You don't want to give me that Thessalonians.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 8. In flaming fire, taking vengeance.
Taking what?
Taking vengeance.
Vengeance came back again. Wow.
On them that know not God. And
Them that know what?
that know not God.
Wow. Fire and flame is going to come upon them that don't know God, man. The fool in his heart has said there's no God. You don't want fire to talk fire, to burn fire.
Just like the third tactic of that work again.
It's not a fair tactic. Well, ICBM missiles, nuclear weapons are real. Come on, man. You don't believe in God. You don't believe in man's machinery.
Yeah, I do believe in man's
Is there bombs?
Yes, there is.
Are there nukes that are called terracemic?
Yeah.
And each terror. It's not a little Rubicon bottle. It's not a little Ribena pop when you're gonna hear them bangs. All right, it's gonna be a bang with fire, man. You need to prepare yourself for the fire, man.
And that obey not the gospel of
what?
And obey not the gospel of
The Antichrist.
And obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Yeah, this ain't a game. This ain't funny, man. This is serious. And give me that in Jude. Give me that in Jude chapter 1 and verse 8. Is it not? It's not scoffers. Yeah, but keep going.
I have Isaiah 29:6 here.
Go to verse 23.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 23. And others save the fear, pulling them out of the fire.
And others save with fear. So you're saying, oh, that's just a fear tactic. Yes, we are using fear tactics to pull you out of the fire. Yeah, so don't go, you're just doing it to... Yes, we want you to be scared, man.
Okay.
Yes, it's not okay.
Eating even the garments spotted by flesh.
Hating even your garments. Wow, that's the spirit. That's two things in the one verse. We hate the garments spotted by flesh. Because it says, man shall be known by his apparel. Alright? Alright? And we are trying to make you feel scared to pull you out. Alright? So you can be saved, man. We're on enemy lives because we love you, man. You told them how long you been studying, bro. Oh. You know by now, this is all for love. This ain't for no malice, man. All praise.
Diligent, man.
Bro,
Diligent.
this ain't for malice, man. This is to make sure our people get into the kingdom, bro. You know how nice it is in the kingdom. Remember after the vengeance of us slaying Imagine how beautiful it's going to be. We're going to have dishwashers. We're going to have
Human dishwasher.
You know who the dishwashers are now, isn't it?
Human dishwasher.
You're going to have human dishwashers, bro. We're going to have human shoe shiners, bro. Yeah? Alright? You want to be look at your nice boots, man. Yeah? Don't you want them to be shined? Look at they got a couple scuffs, man. Be like, where's the East? Where's the Edom, man? Get the enemies to find. Where's the Edom, man? Get your beautiful boots and throw it at the Edomites, man. And you can have them shine, man.
God.
That is good. Look at our people, man. No, but wait, but he don't care now. He don't care.
What do you mean? I do care when it comes to
Oh, you do care?
Oh, okay, you do care.
Oh, you do care?
Okay.
Oh,
this is in the Bible.
I thought you didn't care
No,
about the
I'm not
Bible.
talking about that though. I'm talking about
But this
book
is
of
prophesied
Christianity.
in the Bible that what they done to us.
Okay, but my other issue is, right,
Go on.
if this God is so great, why the hell is he just letting that shit happen?
All right, get Baruch chapter 4 on this. That is a beautiful question. Spud. These are the questions, man. All right, because we can answer that with the Bible. All right, you can't answer
That'll
that.
be satisfactory, but go ahead.
Yeah, because they don't talk to you about that in the church. We're not for the church. We're not the church. This is a church. The church is a body of people. But we are not like them pastors in the church. They scatter the sheep. They don't tell you that you're an Israelite.
Nope.
King, give him a flyer before you go, bro. Yeah, give him a flyer, bro. Yeah, give him a flyer.
Oh.
You got it, right?
Yeah, no, I'm.
Yeah, bro, you get a flyer. So what do you man say about the vaccine then?
Bro.
No, yeah?
Alright? Bro, they keep acting on channel when we talk about it. Alright? But the point, anything that's poisonous ain't good for you. Alright? Anything poisonous, like you don't want to get bitten by a snake. Alright? Alright, bro?
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 6. Ye were not sold to the nation for your destruction.
So we wasn't put into captivity and all these things for our destruction, okay?
But because you moved God to wrath.
Because what?
Because you moved God to wrath.
So remember, you said it before, you've heard all of this before. Have you heard this? That we moved God to anger.
Sounds familiar, but it's been ages since I read the Bible.
Okay. We wasn't put into this for destruction, but we moved God to wrath. Give me that in Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. You know that's true. Alright?
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 2. Verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes.
In holes. Alright?
And they are hid in prison houses.
Alright, the same thing here, right? Slavery. Alright?
They are for a prey and none delivereth.
And none delivereth.
For a spoil and none shall save restore.
None save restore. Right, yeah, go on.
Who among you will give ear to this?
Alright?
Who will hearken? Who will hear of the time to come?
Alright, this is what we're out here to say. Who's gonna hear, alright, what we've been through? Alright?
Who gave Jacob for a spoil and of the robbers to the robbers?
Who gave Israel to the robbers? These people that you're seeing laughing and giggling are the robbers. They robbed us, alright? Took God's chosen people, alright, for a spoil. It says, He has done this.
Did not Yahweh,
Did not God, did not the Lord. His name is Yahweh, okay?
He against whom we have sinned, ? But they would not walk in his ways, neither would they obtain unto his laws.
So look, this is telling you that the Bible is definitely not their book. It's not. The Bible only belongs to the Israelites. Alright? Because we was not obeying God's commandments and laws. The laws are given to who? Who are the laws given to?
Us.
Yeah, but who are they in the Bible? Who did Moses come down and speak?
Israelite.
The Israelites,
That's
okay?
right.
Yeah? Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. The Moses only gave the commandments to the Israelites. Alright? So now, this is saying that the law, we did not keep his laws. So when we look at if we disobey God's laws, he says that he will bring us to slavery in ships. And he will make a foolish nation, a nation that come out of the Caucasus Mountains, alright, to rule over us. Alright? Mount Seir and stuff like that. Alright? Read this, King. Look at Emmett Till, man. Look at his face, man.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Emmett Till, man. Look at that, man. Because he was falsely accused of dilly-dallying with one of the heathens. And that's a lie.
Accuser of the brethren.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
So look at that. These words are only commanded for the children of Israel. Because we disobeyed God, we went into captivity. They can't use this Bible and use it to keep us in captivity. Because the Bible says if we give ear unto him, he shall take us out of captivity. Let's read that, man. Let's read that.
Wait. I just got one question. Why the hell are they all of a sudden exempt?
What? These guys are exempt. They're not exempt. There's a judgment upon them. Give me Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. Yo, they're not getting away with anything. Give me Revelation. Come and give me Revelation 12. This is the bit we like to get into. We like to, because they don't teach that in the churches.
Right, man.
Brothers, let's read these, man.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 11.
Bring it out!
Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all the pity and his anger, and did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
How long?
Forever.
This is a wrath and an anger on the Edomites, what they had. Because like you said, we are Jacob, and they are... No, it's the other side, that was alright? Alright, because we, like we said, we are Jacob, and they are Esau. And this is the perpetual hatred they've had on us, okay? Alright, so now let's get that one there. Sirach chapter Revelations here.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Oh, he's going to get away with it.
Shall go into captivity.
Oh, he's going to have a beautiful time.
Shall go into captivity.
Who put us in captivity, brother? White man. The so-called white man, yeah? The Edomites according to the Bible, right? We got to be biblical with things, all right? The Bible says the ones that put us into captivity, they're not getting away.
He that killeth with the sword.
And the Bible, it says sword, but we know a sword, it means guns, bombs, you know what I mean? A bit like, and even literal swords, right? Putting their hands on us, right?
Must be killed with the sword.
Or they're going to get away with it.
Must be killed with the sword.
We're going to give them hugs and kisses.
Must be killed with the sword.
The Bible is telling me plain upon tables, man.
He is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And the saints are the ones that are gathered together that has made a covenant with him by sacrifice. Alright, Psalms 50 and 5 says that we are the saints. We have made a covenant. The covenant, we read it, Deuteronomy 29 and 1, is for the Israelites, bro. So it's not like, you know what I mean, that you've heard this before, you've heard the Bible before, but you've never heard it being spoken out of the mouth of righteous brothers, man. You get it? Because some people use the Bible to deceive and mock. We don't want you to be mocked. We don't want you to be deceived. We're trying to open a gate of peace, a gate of righteousness. All right? Read this, man.
2 Ezra chapter 6 verses 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
Oh, Esau going to get away with it.
Esau is the end of the world.
So you're asking about why these guys got away with it? Why are they not getting judgment? All right?
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it.
Exactly. We are going, after this is all done, bro, we're going to receive a kingdom of righteousness.
That's right.
When you read Isaiah chapter 2, when you read Revelation chapter 21, all right? When you read Zechariah chapter 8, it talks about all of the nice, beautiful things with our children and the old ladies and everyone in the streets, and we're seeing lions and they're just purring, walking us down the road, and it's going to be beautiful, bro. It's talking about a city paved with gold, bro. All right, with marble and rubies everywhere. You know, rubies are more expensive than gold. Rubies are more harder to find than gold. You know that? See? But they want to give you pearls and diamonds. What's that to a ruby, man? For our people, we don't have knowledge on them things. Yeah? When we start to read the Bible, we gain more understanding and wisdom. All right? Beautiful, brother. Tawada, that is mighty, brother. All right? So, bro, I know you might be a bit. Is that helping you? Is that giving you more understanding?
Still not with the Bible stuff. But
Is it giving you understanding? Can you walk away here?
I understand your viewpoint and what you're saying. But that's
all right. According to the Bible, what's your nationality?
Oh, according to the Bible,
Your nationality is
Israelite.
Is an Israelite. All right. We'll
That's
give you
right.
that. We'll give you that, brother. Yeah?
Well, according to what you guys are saying.
No, we don't care about anything else. According to the Bible, you're an Israelite, right? And you need to hearken and keep God's commandments.
That's
bro,
right.
You can't do much for you if you're not going to do it, bro. It's your choice, all right? I'm not going to, you know what I mean? The Most High, what we've noticed that He lays stumbling blocks upon the people, all right? But we hope that we can be a light to you, brother, because it's a light thing to do this, man, all right? The whole reason why we're up here is because we're meant to cry aloud, spare not. Like, we're not sparing your feelings, bro. We're meant to tell you, thus saith the Most High, and that's it, all right? And we like the fact that obviously you come up here to hearken and listen, taking the time to listen.
I was just really annoyed, that's all. But, yeah.
Brother, we like that. We want you to be annoyed. We want you
We're
because
Christians
we want.
and hurting people.
Give me Isaiah 58.
It's healthy.
We want you to be annoyed. We want you to be upset. We called you the Antichrist. You should be pissed off. All right? You should be like, why did you be the Antichrist? Yeah, be upset because you don't want to be called that in the end days.
This is the book of Isaiah. Chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression.
So we're meant to cry aloud and show you their transgression. The brother actually said that, look, by your attire, you can be known that you're a transgressor, man. All right? And he was right. He said you don't care about God, so he wasn't wrong. We didn't give you a false judgment. We gave a correct judgment. Right.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
And we're meant to show you what a sin is. Alright? And it's a big sin not to care about God. We ain't got to go. If you don't obey God, remember your abominations. You don't even know your abominations.
Right? But God just want people that actually cares. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, I care about it and I don't.
Yeah, but at least you don't eat pork. We give you that. Do you eat crabs and lobster and that, prawns?
Oh, I like crabs.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Alright?
Wait, so God's going to condemn me because I like crabs?
Yes, you will. The bottom feeder. Alright? Would you eat a cockroach?
No.
Would you eat a maggot?
No.
So if you won't eat a cockroach or a maggot, why would you eat shrimp and prawns? There's clean foods we can eat. Lambs, cows, fishes with fins and scales, hens, alright, deers, even grasshoppers and turkeys we can eat, man. Quail we can eat, alright? Fresh fruits and vegetables, okay? But you can't eat mushrooms and fungi and sea moss and things like that.
Wait, mushrooms are fungi?
No, that's a fungi.
Actually, no, a fungi, of course, but like mushrooms, sorry. Yeah.
Mushrooms are fungi. It's a form of mushrooms can grow on the side of the road. That's a fungi.
Cockroaches and roaches are the same thing.
Yeah. You're talking about crabs, bro. Anything that comes out. What you saying?
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 9.
So like it, Leviticus 11 and 9. Do you see how the brother's so aware? Like, what? That's an abomination. What? I never knew that. Like, he wants to know how he can get himself correct with the Most High. You see that? That's how you should be one to be, man. Right?
I'll do it for dietary reasons.
This is the book of Leviticus.
Bro, you know what? You do it for dietary reasons, that's good. That's the first step.
If it at
The
least...
first steps, bro, is to know that you're an Israelite, fear God, and start to keep His commandments. Hopefully, He will start to open you up. All right? All we're here to do is just plant a seed. It's up to you to go into the precepts and go to brothers to learn, and then you get watered. But after you plant this seed, if you don't water it, the seed just been sowed for no reason. You need to water it. You need to go and study. You need to go into it more, and then the Most High will make it grow. All right? Remember that one? It says, "I planted the seed, Apollo watered it, and Yahweh gave the increase."
Leviticus 11 and 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. All that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, and of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
They shall be what?
They shall be an abomination unto you.
So crabs, lobsters, all right, pork, all them things, they're not for us.
Seaweed.
All right, Irish, was it Irish?
Oh, wait, seaweed.
All right,
Seaweed, yeah.
All of them things are not for us.
What about seamers?
Anything that come out of the waters without fins and scales, we
But
cannot
moss has
touch.
their like health benefits, don't it?
If it comes out of the waters without any fins and scales, leave it alone. Alright? So now, look, we're going to clear the closing out scriptures, man. Alright, let's get Psalms 132 and verse 11, yes. And then Sirach, 2nd Ezra 16 and 66. Alright?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 132 and verse 11. Yahweh has sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it.
Alright, the Most High, right? Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, he sworn the truth unto the tabernacle of David. Alright? And he's not going to turn from it. Alright? And the tabernacle of David, through the bloodline of him, shall come the Messiah. Alright? Through the ignorant he called Jesus Christ, his name is Yahushua.
Right.
Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne, if thy children will keep my covenant.
Alright, that's why we asked you, your forefathers, okay? They are the Bantus. They have been told to keep the covenant. Alright? And the covenant is, alright, that we've got the laws, we've got the laws of the unclean foods. Alright? That's in the covenant, that's in the contract. That we to keep these commandments and go and ride up on high above all the nations. That if we keep these, alright? If we don't do these, we won't get this. Alright? If we don't call ourselves these names, alright, we won't go into these positions. Alright? There's ways that we get out of this. Alright, by keeping his word.
Verse 12, if thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony, that I shall teach them, their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore.
Yeah, you can laugh and smile, but we're going to be giggling and smiling in that way, because right now we're crying. We're crying out for upon the nations. Alright? Alright?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 66. What shall ye do? Or how shall ye hide your sins from power and his angels? Behold, power himself is the judge. Fear him, leave off from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to mingle no more with them forever. So shall power lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
So yeah, so the Most High sees all things, man. Alright, so if we want to be delivered from trouble, alright, we're going to repent and turn from it, right? Yeah, man. And what we're going to do, alright, we're going to give all praises, honor and glory, yeah, unto Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushua, B'Hashem, Come, Yeshua. Come, Yeshua.
Ay, mano wa Allah.
Come.